Hey, welcome back. Sports Talk with Big Sarge right here on the legendary KYK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm your host, Big Sarge. 281-453-1000, number to call in if you want to jump in. We're going to talk about everything from the Texans' winning streak being ending on yesterday at the hands of the people who they actually started the winning streak against. And that would be the Indianapolis Colts. We'll talk about the Cowboys. We got a lot to talk about, but let me jump back into what I was saying before we went to the break. And I was telling you how leaders can bring down companies. How leaders can bring down Fortune 500 companies. The people at the top. And I told you about how Kenneth Lay and Jeff Skilling brought down Enron in the early 2000s. And how Bernie Madoff brought down the ASCOT partners during the hedge fund scheme that he was running, and a lot of people lost, billions and billions of dollars. And then I started to tell you about how that I equate that to Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and how they lost to a team on yesterday in the Oakland Raiders, who by far is telling everybody look, ain't no secret that they're trying to throw their season. There's no secret that the Oakland Raiders, they're not trying to win. They got close last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, and they lost by 7. And I'm pretty sure the after game, the post game speech went a little something like, "Hey man, it's John Gruden. What y'all doing, bruh? We trying to get draft picks around here. Y'all think I let Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper go for nothing? Like, I'm trying to get draft picks. Y'all got too close. Don't show these people that you compete. We're trying to throw this season." And then they come back next week and run into the dumpster fire, which is who? The Pittsburgh Steelers. And they defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 24-21. Like, how do you lose to a team who ain't trying to win? That just lets me know that you're not trying to win. And it all starts at the top with Mike Tomlin. I'm not going to give Mike Tomlin a break because he's an African-American coach, one of like 4 that's left in the league. No, I'm not. The production on the field is a direct reflection of him. Okay, hold on, time out. You're asking yourself, hold on, Big Sarge. Now, how you just going to blame that man for everything? How you going to blame that man for them being 7-5-1? How you going to blame Mike Tomlin on what goes on the field? Doesn't he get the accolades and the pats on the back and the attaboys when they win? Don't every time you bring up successful coaches in the NFL today, you talk about Bill Belichick first and then Mike Tomlin? So what you're saying is he can get all the praise, but we shouldn't give him any of the criticism, right? Let's just go down the list of things. We've been down this list before, but we're going to go down this list again just because I like going down this list to prove my point. First, Mike Tomlin is an intricate part on why Le'Veon Bell is now with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because you should have went to management and told him how valuable this guy is to you. How valuable somebody who's averaging over 75 catches a year is valuable to you in that offense. Rushing for over 1,200 yards. Your second leading receiver is your running back. And you're not going to go help him get his money? That's your fault. He's an intricate part of what you do in your offense. But you don't go and you don't try to secure the bag for him. You just keep allowing him to franchise tag him and franchise tag him and franchise tag him and think that you could go insert running back here. How's that worked out for you? You all remember on last week I gave you 3 of the games that Le'Veon Bell's replacement, I gave you 3 games and the yardage that he rushed for in those games. 17, 19, and 25 yards for a complete game, and he wasn't hurt. 17 yards in a complete game, 19 yards in a complete game, and 25 yards. That's Le'Veon Bell's replacement? Name me a time Le'Veon Bell has ever rushed for under 30 yards in a game. I can't remember. Now, he could have. Show me. Show me. You can call up here. Let's talk about it. 281-453-1000. Let's talk about it. But that's the first thing. The whole Le'Veon Bell situation and him not getting his money and Mike Tomlin not going to bat for him, that's the first thing. And don't wait till the final hour and say, well, we tried to talk to him, but he didn't want to talk to us. I told you before, what y'all got to talk about? And there's nothing to talk about now. The bag. We talking about the bag, Mike? Because if we ain't talking about the bag, what you calling me for? What you texting me for? You dang on right I changed my number. We ain't got nothing to say to each other. Unless you're talking about the bag. Not only that, Mike Tomlin, then you allow your offensive lineman to go out and criticize the guy that you need in the fold. You allow your offensive lineman to go out and criticize a guy that you know can help your team win with no repercussions. There was no repercussions to the offensive lineman by them going out and talking bad about Le'Veon Bell. Nobody gave them permission to be able to go to the media and say, this is what's going to happen. Nobody gave them permission to say that Le'Veon Bell was coming back. Le'Veon Bell didn't even give them that permission. What you do about that, Mike Tomlin? Nothing. Stealing from Le'Veon Bell's locker after you found out that he wasn't coming back. You allowed them to steal. You allowed them to go and raid his locker. What did you do about that, Mike Tomlin? Nothing. They laughing, making videos, all on the social media. The media laughing as they steal this man's personal items. So just because he's a former employee means that you can't box up his stuff and send it to him, which later on you did because it was a bad look, because everybody said, that's stealing. That is a crime. You are committing a crime, sir. What did Mike Tomlin do about that? Nothing. Big Ben, 2 weeks ago, called out his offensive coordinator, called out Antonio Brown, and called out a rookie wide receiver, saying that he wasn't hustling. You allow your captain, you allow the leader of your team to be able to come out and make those remarks and no repercussions? Ben Roethlisberger doesn't have that right to be able to do that to his teammates. I don't care how long he's been there. I don't care how much he's won. Not in the media. You don't chastise the people you have to work with in the media and then be able to go back to them and say, what? You don't get that opportunity. But Mike Tomlin, what did you do to Ben Roethlisberger? Nothing. Nothing. So you are the Bernie Madoff. You are the Kenneth Lay of Enron. You are the Jeff Skilling of Enron. Y'all on a 3-game losing streak. 3 games. The last team that you, the team that you beat, that everybody's giving you credit for, including myself, I came on record and said maybe I was wrong about the Pittsburgh Steelers. They just lost their 5th game. So beating the Carolina Panthers meant nothing. It's your fault, Mike Tomlin. You are the one that's sinking this ship. Most leaders are the ones who bring down success. Sports Talk with Big Sarge right here on legendary KYK and the all-new 92.3 FM. When we come back, hey, listen, we might as well go ahead and just jump in this thing feet first. We're going to talk about the Texans. We'll be back.